The nation's capital today to protest the results of the election. CNN's Sarah Seidner is out there watching these rallies and joins us now. So, Sarah, what are you seeing so far?
There was a convergence of three different rallies. They had three different names, but everybody is sort of here together with a similar message. There's a lot of folks here that believe the election was stolen. They believe that, obviously, incorrectly, because even Donald Trump's appointed senior election security official has said that this is baseless, the fact that the election has been done and has been done properly. But I want to give you a look at the scene here. We are at Freedom Plaza. There are probably somewhere between 8,000 to 10,000 people that have now gathered. It started with a couple of hundred this morning and has grown and grown and grown. We are expecting to march to the Supreme Court at some point. That was supposed to start a few minutes ago, but they are getting the crowd going here in Washington, D.C. There are folks from all over the place, from as far away as Florida and Texas and California. We've seen a lot of different groups here, including the far-right Proud Boys, including the militant groups like the Three Percenters and the Oath Keepers are here as well. There are members of all sorts of different groups and some mainstream Republicans who are expected to speak here, including members of Congress. I'm going to see if a couple of these folks will talk to me. Let's go through the crowd a bit here and just give you a scene setter here. And there's folks all the way that way, this way, and all the way down Pennsylvania Avenue. This young lady is on the phone. Can we ask you a couple of questions about your sign? Okay. Tell me what your sign says.
Stop the steal.
And what does that mean?
It means that we want all of the votes audited and recounted, and all of these swing states that stopped counting at midnight and mysteriously and miraculously came up with thousands of new votes for Biden the next day, and some of them are still counting, and we're saying we want an honest and fair election.
Do you want same places that Donald Trump won to also continue to count the vote?
Sure.
All of it.
If they're not done, yes.
So the states have said they continued counting to when they were supposed to. Their laws are in place to stop counting at a certain point, but anybody that got their votes in before November 3rd or on November 3rd are counted according to all of the different states. Do you think that all of the states that Donald Trump won were actually legitimate?
Absolutely.
And all of the states that Biden won, do you think those were legitimate as well?
I don't think all of them that he won were illegitimate. I think the ones that stopped counting mysteriously at midnight, where Trump had a very significant lead, and there was water pipes burst in Atlanta.
Nobody stopped counting mysteriously at midnight. Just so you know.
Well, yes, they did.
They went by the law.
We follow it.
Yeah,
we've followed elections for years.
Let me ask you something else.
By the law. The media may say by the law. That's not what our Constitution says. And
it's what the state's constitutions say, though. There are state laws that are in place, right?
The legislatures are the ones that are going to step in now, because the courts, as we know...
So some of the legislators have stepped in and said this is a free and fair election, including one of the people that Donald Trump put in place, who is one of the federal security election officials, who has come out and said that all of his claims are baseless, that this was a free and fair election. What do you say to that? This is someone Donald Trump actually appointed to a position to be looking over for the security of the election.
I think that the people are not fooled. We've been to the rallies. We've watched the numbers. We've watched the media who continues to lie to us and hide information. We don't get our information from you all anymore. We get our information directly from the people online, from their accounts. We're able to follow our representatives, follow our senators, follow the people that tell the truth and report honestly.
Some of the senators that are Republican are saying, okay.
Sure, some of them are, because some of them are part of the swamp, and that's why they need to be cleaned out.
You don't believe anyone that says that this is a free and fair election? You think
absolutely
was 2016 a free and fair election?
Not. There was probably fraud then too. This swamp has gotten.
You think that Donald Trump won legitimately?
I think that the swamp is so deep that there's probably been fraud and cheating that have gone on for decades now.
So why weren't you out here in 2016? Why weren't you out here in 2016 if you thought there was fraud and when Donald Trump won?
I think that there's been some fraud in all of the elections, and I'm not just talking about federal elections. I'm talking about state and local elections. We now have this Dominion software that we have found a whole lot about, with it mysteriously has glitches, and they all go for Biden.
I'm sorry, that's not true, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. So you hear what the sentiment of people are. She doesn't believe that the election was fair and free. There's a lot of people who are here that feel the same way. But by all accounts, even Trump's own appointed election security official has said that all of these claims are baseless, that this was a free and fair election. And the Biden team is preparing to take over the office in January.
눈부신 별빛이